What's up, everybody? It's TJ Rumler,
I'm Jen.
and we are rumming around the world. And this is our first video, and so we felt it only natural to end, or I guess begin, with a glass of rum. So, a fun fact about me is I love rum, it's my favorite drink, and I love Cuban rum. And you can't get it in the US, you can't purchase it. That's another video. But so whenever I go somewhere outside the U.S., I always make sure to get a good bottle of Cuban rum and enjoy it. So we're drinking Havana Siete Años en Las Rocas. Salud, mi amor. And so we're going to just talk about something. It's our last night in Isla Holbox, Mexico. And, you know, a lot of people have been coming here, and we just spent a week here at the Hotel Blue Holbox. And we can talk a little bit more about that, but it's way out, well, I'll say about a mile away from downtown on beautiful beach. We'll show you plenty of footage of that, but we just wanted to share some of the things that maybe we wish we would have known before coming on this trip, and some of the things that we've discovered since being on here. What's one of the first things you want to talk about?
Oh gosh.
And I have notes.
Well, I know for me, which I'm glad I paid attention to some other videos we saw, but coming here, you know, whenever you start packing for traveling as a woman, you always want to make sure you get together some cute clothes, your cute heels for date nights. You know, you want to be
For sure.
sexy for your man. You do not need heels here. You do not need fancy dresses. You will be fine in beach attire every day and night. So even if you just pack a couple of swimsuits, maybe go a little all out on beach cover-ups so it can kind of act like an outfit but still be a beach cover-up, then you will be good. So the streets here are just covered in complete sand. There are sidewalks, but even then it's still like pretty much covered in sand, and it's pretty bumpy, and you gotta watch where you're walking, so heels or wedges won't be a good idea. So definitely pack being, you know, with comfort at the top of your mind rather than cuteness.
And guys, like the same, like this shirt I'm wearing tonight, we went to a restaurant tonight, we'll say more about it. It was probably the most romantic place I've ever been in my life to have a meal. And this is the nicest I've dressed all week. I've been in swim trunks and tank tops and a hat always. It's the first time I've not had a hat on. So for real, same pair of flip-flops all week. I brought a pair of sneakers, never put them on. So that's a good thing to know. Another thing, like other videos you're gonna see are gonna talk about the importance of, sunscreen, obviously a must. The sun is hitting here today, especially. Oh well, not now, but earlier today it was. And bug spray. We're from the south in the U.S. and the bugs here are definitely rivals of the ones that we have there. The mosquitoes, like tearing your ankles up. But I will say, I saw in some videos that it was hard to find those items here. It's really not. Whether you're on the beach or downtown, there's pharmacies, there's mini markets all over the place where you can buy sunscreen, sunscreen, bug spray, tanning lotion, really all the essentials that you will need.
Agree.
Anything to add on that? Okay. Another thing, as far as just logistics, I am Team Amex, and we took out, I think, 1,000 US in pesos before we got here, and figured we could cover the rest on our card. While most places, I say probably 80% of
we took out $1,000
in pesos. Yeah, and we kind of splurged here, so we went over that budget, but like doing anything we wanted, eating anywhere we wanted. And there was, I'd say probably 80% of the places we went took card, but most of those places did not take Amex. Like I got used to them saying, you know, we don't take Amex. They would take Visa or MasterCard. So if you're an Amex person, bring a second card or bring more cash than you think you're going to spend. Anything else on that?
Mm-mm.
What else you want to talk about?
You don't want me to talk about the beer.
You can. Baby, say whatever you want.
I love beer. I am a beer drinker. There's nothing I love better than sun and an ice cold beer. So most of the places we went, I don't know why, We assumed maybe it could be a energy conservation type thing, but the beers aren't really that cold. I mean, it was doable. I mean, I'm okay. They weren't hot or warm. They just weren't ice cold.
Right.
So, and that would have been a little nice. But you could solve
First
that.
world problems, right?
Yeah, it really is. But get a cooler with some ice, and you make your own darn beers cold. And that's it.
So our hotel that we stayed at is called Blue Holbox, and you know, it almost reminds me of Tulum here, but like in a smaller, like sleepier, kind of chilled out way. But there's the downtown, and then there's a stretch of ocean, or sorry, stretch of beach, I guess ocean too, and there's hotels along the way. And we stayed at Blue Holbox, which is almost towards the end. And it's, if you're looking to truly just disconnect with your partner, by yourself, not like coming here to party, this is an amazing hotel. We're at, we have a oceanfront, I guess, I don't know what you would call this, suite, not suite, but I don't know, oceanfront room. And it's just really nice. They have hot water, they have really good service, they have really good everything, and direct access to the beach. And if you walk either way, there's some cool little beach clubs that's more of a party scene if you want to get into that. Anything else you want to add about the hotel? Or other hotels and lodging?
Well, this kind of goes, it's not necessarily the hotel, but just the island in general. You did say this is a good place if you're coming to disconnect, but if you need to work with regards to the Wi-Fi, it's very spotty. I was able to get online. If you're coming here to like Zoom meetings or stream anything, it's not going to work. I mean, you're just going to get frustrated, so don't plan on that. Internet is spotty, in and out. You are able to kind of get on your social
You can do
media.
emails, you could, yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, but don't bank on, you know, any type of streaming Zoom calls, any of that. So it does make this place a great place if the intention is to disconnect. This is definitely.
Now, speaking of nightlife, if that is what you want, what we've noticed is the beach clubs, anything that's on the beach seems to close probably around 8 or 9, like really not too long after the sun goes down. Speaking of the sun going down, the sunsets are worth the hype. They are absolutely breathtaking.
So beautiful.
But the nightlife, everything happens, like everybody kind of migrates downtown once the sun goes down, or not too long after. And there's a little corner of, it's called the Hot Corner, is the name of the restaurant, but also there will be people out there. We're going to put some footage up of that, but it's really where everybody kind of congregates. You'll see people dancing in the street. It's just super, super fun, and I think we never stayed out till everything closed, but I believe them and a bar named Salma, which we flirted with but never went to so far. I think those two close around 2 or 3. So if you are wanting to get into something, you know, late night, it does exist, and the cool thing is it seems like everybody's in the same spot at those times.
Exactly. And the Hot Corner does have a live band, and
Really good.
really good live band. They played a lot of good salsa.
The band that we saw the 2 nights was all salsa, I think.
It was, right?
But they were really good.
They were really,
I feel like they were
good.
Colombian. They were really
Very good at engaging the crowd, and so the place was full, and you just literally see everybody out on the street, on the corner, just dancing. And there's a little like a little grocery store where you can go and like buy your beer
to
so
go.
you don't have to like get a table and go inside to the restaurant, which would be hard because they were pretty like full. But you could just walk into the little corner, I call it a little bodega, get your beer, stand there and dance salsa, and it's nice. There was such a like diverse crowd also. Different ages from different countries, and everybody just out there having such a great time. I would go back. We went
twice, and we
yeah.
experienced it once, like as patrons of the bar inside, and then another time like just outside with the crowd buying our own beers, and it was almost like two different experiences. I'd say it was two different experiences.
It was.
So both were fun.
Yeah.
Both were fun. And other than that, I just wanted to kind of shout out a few restaurants that were our favorites. A place that we went for breakfast twice, and I hope I'm saying the name right. I think it's Pineapple. And I'll put the links in the video below. But it was absolutely delicious. Service, the atmosphere, the food, the plate presentation, flavor, like across the board. Fantastic. And weirdly enough, out of all the things I would recommend on this island, they have a juice called the Detox, which is, I think it's like ginger, honey, carrot. I don't know, but it was fantastic. Like, fantastic.
The sushi place.
There was a beach club called Nyanya. It's like Nana with a tilde above both ends. And it's cool because it's not like super crazy, but it's probably one of the more high energy beach clubs here. They have like some house music or maybe some, reggaeton, who knows, some cool music playing. But the food,
The ceviche.
we read in the comment in their Google reviews about the ceviche, and it's it's like one of those things. You've probably had ceviche at so many different places, y'all. This is bomb ceviche. I don't know. They put both their feet in it. We had the shrimp and the lobster aguachiles, and both were absolutely delicious. You want to talk about the sushi place? You said
Not really, because you're the one that ordered everything we got. It was so good.
so. We're at Blue Holbox, and if you walk out to the beach, take a right, maybe a 3-minute walk, there's another boutique hotel called Aldea Cuca, and like cool sign out in front. It's the Instagram worthy hotel, one of those. And we noticed that they were setting up for a show, and I'll put some footage of that in the video. This is going to be the longest video ever, by the way. We're going to be horrible content creators. It's going to be. This has already 11 minutes.
It doesn't matter. Like, when we go look at YouTube videos, we want to hear the experience, that story.
So,
that's what you're there for.
I know. Thank y'all for sticking with us. But so you sit outside, and when the server came up, they told us they had 2 different restaurants. So there was like a steak house / seafood place and a Japanese restaurant, and we could order with our server from both restaurants. And so we took the time to sit and enjoy the show. And so for over 3.5 hours, we ordered appetizer and then maybe a sushi roll, and just dish after dish, going very slowly and enjoying it. The show was like a mix between Barnum and Bailey Circus minus the animal cruelty, and like there was acrobats there, and then there was also like fire and Cirque du Soleil. I mean, it was just dope, and that was included. That was just free. And I think probably sitting there 3.5 hours, we might have spent $150, cocktails, beers, food, including tip. So it was, I felt like one of the more dessert. Yeah, we had a, what do you call those things? Marquesitas. Delicious. So another place, and the last one where we ate tonight, it was called A by Amate, and it's right downtown. We stumbled upon it. It was right near the other place, Salma, that we were going to go. And we ate dinner, y'all, like out on a pier. It was something like you would see in Eat, Pray, Love or something. I mean, it was the sunset's coming down. I think this is the point where I overlay a picture or something like that. I don't know.
The music playing.
Just live music. It's hard to, if you're coming to propose to your lady or something, that's the spot to do it. A by Amate. Absolutely breathtaking. So I'll put the links to all 4 of those places in the what do you call it, in the, I don't know, description.
We'll link
down below.
below.
And this is the part where I've always wanted to say this. Make sure y'all like and subscribe if this is bringing you value. I've always wanted to say that.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Dime.
So, overall, would you return to Isla Holbox?
I'm going to return.
Okay. I would return too. It
So-
was well worth it. It was a little more expensive than I think we're used to spending.
It's Tulum
when
prices.
to
It's
Mexico.
Tulum beach prices, not Tulum downtown prices.
Yeah, it's Tulum beach prices, but it was worth it. I'm not mad about what we spent here and just having an opportunity to truly disconnect.
Yeah.
So that whole Wi-Fi being spotty thing, at first you may get frustrated, but if your goal is to disconnect without being too remote, you still can, you gotta call home, you're fine, but it was well worth it.
Oh, and lastly, I'll also put in the description who we use for transportation. To get here, and maybe you've already stumbled upon that, but if you've already, you know the transportation, fast forward in the video. But you fly into Cancun, it's about a 2-hour taxi ride to a ferry, and then you have to take about a 20-30 minute ferry ride to Holbox, and then there's no cars here, so you're going to catch like an ATV type taxi to your hotel. So we paid, I think, $400 round trip for the whole thing. So you had a private taxi ride from Cancun Airport to the ferry. They included the ferry tickets, and then they had somebody waiting for us at the dock to take us to the hotel, and then the same in the morning. They'll be here at 9 to take us. Everything's included to get us back.
Yeah.
Well worth it, like just the peace of mind. And I think compared to what it would have cost to just taking a bus and then like all, I don't know, it's probably, it might have been twice as much, but to us it was worth it. So, you know, I'll put the link to that also. Anything else?
Not that I can think of now, but
Overall, I'll give Holbox a 10 out of 10. Definitely will be back. It's probably one of the more expensive trips we've taken, but I think we just chose to go on the high end for a lot of the things that we chose on this trip versus some of the others. So
yeah.
hope y'all come. If you come and you enjoy it, or if you found any value in this, please let us know, and hopefully we can continue making some good videos.